everybody, and welcome to your 30-minute glute workout. A couple of things that you need for this workout, and then we're going to jump right into it. You are going to be needing a resistance band. I have mine here, preferably a cloth band if you have one. Otherwise, any resistance band will do. You can even do this without the resistance band if you don't have one. But of course, having that extra bit of resistance is definitely going to take it to the next level. The other thing you need, of course, is dumbbells. Right now, I only have one dumbbell in frame, and that is because it is the one that I'm going to be using for the first exercise. I'm going to be using a couple of different weights for this, and I recommend if you have different weights that you do the same. I'm going to be using 125 pound and 12 pounds. The other thing that you will need is a bench or a chair. If you don't have a bench, a chair will do just fine, but you definitely do need something that you can sit down on the ground. So the way that this workout is going to be is we've got an activation, 6-minute activation, 2 blocks. Each block is fairly long, so don't let the fact that this is only 2 blocks fool you. And then a final booty burner. That's going to be 2 minutes and 10 seconds. And that is going to bring us to 30 minutes. It's going to be an intense 30 minutes though, so strap in. Here we go. We are going to be utilizing the band right away. And so for the first round of our activation, we are going to be placing the band above the knees on the quads. And then the second time that we go through this, you are going to have the option to intensify this a bit and take the band around the ankles. So I'm going to show you all 3 movements that we're going to be doing, and we're going to be doing them back to back to back, no break in between, but then we'll have 30 seconds to recover before we repeat it. So what it's going to look like is, first we've got some seated abductions. So bands, like I said, above the knees on the quads first round. Now I like to keep a nice flat back and kind of hinge forwards a little bit just so I can target the glutes a little bit more. And we're going to be going into abductions, but we're going to go 1.5 reps. So what that's going to look like is you're going to open the band all the way out, bring it in just halfway, back out all the way, and then in all the way. So you're going out all, in half, out, and in. Once we complete 1 minute of that, we're going to stand up and we're going to go into cha-cha-chas on each side. So first with your left, your stabilizer, your right moving, taking it out to the side, taking it back on a 45, and then sending it straight back behind you. Okay, so 1 minute on one side, 1 minute on the other side, and then we'll have 30 seconds to recover before we go through that again, and then our booty is gonna be nice and warmed up and ready to get into our first block. So here we go, I can't talk today. Taking a seat on the bench, getting ready for those 1.5. Let's go. So out all the way, in half, out, and in. So if the slight lean forwards is not really working for you, you don't have to keep it. But if you do feel that you're able to feel the glutes a little bit more here, then by all means, you can keep that slight bend with me. You're holding too tightly, afraid to lose control, 'cause everything that you thought I would be. Already halfway through, before we stand up and go into those cha-cha-chas. If your balance is a little bit off today, you might want to stand next to a wall and hold on to that. I know, they're so exciting, JD. She's excited for her cha-cha-chas too. She's gonna cha-cha-cha with us. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now standing up, I'm stabilizing with my left, and I'm moving with my right. So always wanting to make sure that you keep tension in the band, so you don't want to step in so much so that you lose the slack. Keeping yourself up nice and tall. Halfway through, we're gonna go right into that other side. Final 15. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Going right into that other side. We burn out the other butt cheek. Halfway. Ten more seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. So taking the band now around the ankles. We have 30 seconds off, so you can enjoy that. Now you're gonna notice with the band around the ankles, you are not going to be able to open the legs out and step out in your cha-cha-chas as much as you were with the band above the knees on the quads. That's okay. That's the whole point. You're still gonna feel muscle activation, and that's what we want. So seated abductions, here we go. So it's out all, in half, out, and in. Fifteen more seconds before we stand it up. And I'm telling you now, that is where it's really going to start sucking. Sorry, no sugarcoating it. All right, here we go. Left is stabilizer, right is moving, and noticing right away, I'm not getting nearly the range I was the first round, but man, I am still feeling it. Halfway. Force yourself to stay up nice and tall. Don't lean over to the left. I noticed myself doing that a little bit. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and we switch sides. Final minute of your activation. Booty will be cooked. More than halfway through. We've got 15 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. All right, booty is properly warmed up. Don't move your band. We're keeping it around the ankles. We're gonna go directly into block 1, which is going to be basically a crap ton of hip thrusts. Sorry, just gotta get that in right away so we know how to properly prepare ourselves. So this is where I'm gonna use my 25 pounder. We're breaking out one of the big boys. And the first thing that we do, only doing this 2 times, but it's 2 minutes of work with 30 seconds in between before we go through that one more time and then go into a different combo of hip thrusts. So I'm just gonna show you what it looks like without the weight. Then I'm gonna place the weight on my hip and we're all gonna do it together. So first we're just going through regular tempo hip thrusts. So making sure your ankle is right in line with the knee, holding that weight onto your hips, thrusting up, keeping that posterior pelvic tilt, so keeping those hips back, bringing the hips down, squeeze the glutes at the top. So keeping that normal tempo. Then directly after that minute is up, we're gonna hold it up for 10 seconds, then thrust every 10 seconds, hold 10 seconds, 1 thrust, hold. Now throughout all of this, I'm gonna keep my talking to a minimum and you are just gonna listen for all of that. I'll include some sort of sound effect or some sort of beep when you need to thrust and when we're gonna change. Okay, so we're 15 seconds away. Remember, we're beginning with those regular hip thrusts, and then once we complete that for 1 minute, we're just holding it, waiting till we hear the sound, and going into 1 thrust. Okay, 1 minute, let's go. Don't forget to drive into that band as you come up.
Fall in love and tear it down as soon as we wake up. Promise you the world tonight, show you what I've got. Your body speaks my language and you read me like a book. This night means forever and so does me and you. Every time I need the hype, throw that to the side. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. When you're not around, when you throw that to the side.
And 30 seconds to recover, nice work. Getting ready to go into that one more time before we add some flair. Go into something else. Hello, GD. 10 seconds away from round 2. 3, 2, and go. I get those goosebumps every time you come
I get those goosebumps every time. I need the hype, throw that to the side. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. When you're not around, when you throw that to the side. I get those goosebumps every time. I wanna press my line, yeah. I wanna press my. I wanna be like, I wanna be like, I wanna press my line, yeah. I wanna take that ride, yeah. I'm gonna press my line. I wanna agree like, I wanna be like, I wanna press my mama dear, spare your feelings. I'm reliving moments, feeling more residual. I can buy the building, burn the building, take your bitch, rebuild the building just to fuck somebody. Justify my love for y'all, touch the sky, forgot to stop the bed. Look at pussy on the pedestal, look at pussy on the house. That pussy to die for, that pussy to die for. Need a pipe or pick the peppers, I can pick your brain and put you all together. We depart the shady parts and party hard, the diamond shows the move forever. My best shot, you might shoot forever like I get those goosebumps every time.
My glutes are absolutely burning. Next thing that we're doing in 30 seconds, we're now gonna beast stand to the legs. So band is on. We've got 80% of the weight in the right, 20% in the left. Same exact thing we were just doing. Regular thrusts for 1 full minute, holding for 10 seconds, thrusting once. So same exact thing, but now we've got 80% in the right, 20% in the left. Let's go. And as you can guess, what we do next, same thing other side. So we really want to focus our attention, mental energy on really focusing on that right butt cheek here.
I know that some might say that I am just a bad girl, but if you treat me right, I will be the best girl in this whole world. No, I'm not gonna bite. I got my hands on your body, so tell me what you want me to do. I can be good or be naughty, because there ain't nobody love you like I do, like I do, like I do, like I do, listen and relax. From here on, you don't have to say a word. So just let go and don't hold back. I've got you, welcome you into my world. I know that some might say that I am just a bad girl, but if you treat me right, I will be the best girl in this whole world. No,
30 seconds off, breathe it out. Next 2 minutes, same exact thing. 80% of the weight is in the left. So now we're focusing our mental energy on really activating left glutes. 20% in the right. So the right is just along for the ride, but our left is our worker. Okay, 5 seconds till we go. And we begin. Most of the weight in the left.
Trying hard to keep my cool, but when you're near, there's nothing that I can do. When you're walking in, I know it's true. It doesn't even matter how hard I try. Cause when I hear your voice, my walls come down. Boy, you are the only thing I want. There must be a way I can make you see that if we fell in love, it would be so sweet. But when it's you and me, nobody can bring us down, bring us down. But I don't wanna let go if you don't love me back. 'Cause I don't wanna let go if you don't love me
Okay, last thing that we do with these hip thrusts, I'm telling you right now, last but worst, taking the band off, we're going single leg hip thrusts. 1 minute on the right, 1 minute on the left, no holding. So first, right has most of the weight. You're keeping that left leg lifted up the entire time. If that's too intense, you can switch to B stance at any time. All right, here we go, right side first. You're doing this body weight, as you can see, because it is challenging enough as it is. Oh man, let it freaking go. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna take a quick drink of water. I'm gonna move my bench out of the frame because we don't need it anymore. So you can move your bench and chair out of the way too if you would like. I'm gonna switch out my weights to 2 slightly lighter. And we're gonna be doing some deadlifting, but it's going to be some non-stop deadlifting, a lot of reps. So even if you can deadlift with a heavier weight, definitely be conscious of the fact that there's gonna be a lot coming your way when you choose your weight. Okay, so this next block is 6 full minutes of work, 3 minutes on one side, 3 minutes on the other side. So what it's going to look like is a lot of deadlifting. We begin with 1 minute of regular deadlifts. So bringing it down, squeezing the glutes to come up, basic. Then we're gonna go B stance or kickstand position deadlifts, where we're going to have 80% of the weight into the right, 20% in the left. So we're moving right from deadlifts. The second that minute is up, switching sides and going B stance deadlifts. Now you can use one weight or you can drop down to just one weight to your left hand. So the hand that has the leg that has 20% of the weight. And then directly after that, right after those minute of B stance, we go into full single leg. So that back leg is gonna come all the way up off the ground. I'm gonna have to move back or else I'm gonna hit the bar. All the way off the ground, and you're trying to get those weights to touch all the way down to the ground. And then coming to stand up nice and tall, you can either tap that foot down next to the other foot, or for more of a challenge, you can keep it hovering. And if you need to, you can drop down again at this point to just having your weight in your left hand, and the right hand can hold on to something if you choose. So right after that, we're going to have 30 seconds of recovery and then go into the same thing other side. Deadlifts, B stance left, single leg left. And then that's gonna bring us into our final burnout. So grab those weights and let's go into those deadlifts right now.
Let's just do what you want to. Please don't be polite, cause I like your attitude. Let's forget about a curfew, cause all that is stuck in my head. It's me and you. Both speed and my heart is racing, but I'm not sure I wanna pace it, cause it only does this with you. Our bodies meet, I can feel the tension. Move us into the next dimension. Let's just let our bodies be true. We make out for the thrill of it. Mess around for the thrill of it. Don't stop now, never let this end. For the thrill of it, we can have it, no regret. We make out for the thrill of it. Mess around for the thrill of it. Don't stop now, never let this end. For the thrill of it, we can have it, no regret. Let's live life without regrets. Girl, put your faith in me, even though we just met. Let's forget about a curfew, cause all that is stuck in my head. It's me and you. Both speed and my heart is racing, but I'm not sure I wanna pace it, cause it only does this with you. Our bodies meet, I can feel the tension. Move us into the next dimension. Let's just let our bodies be true. We make out for the thrill of it. Mess around for the thrill of it. Don't stop now, never let this end. For the thrill of it, we can have it, no regret.
All right, 30 seconds off. Breathe it out, shake it out. I'm gonna shake my hands out. Hopefully next round, my cats will let me deadlift on my own because they certainly did provide an added bit of challenge for me there. All right, so 10 seconds, same thing. Now focusing on the left, but beginning with those basic deadlifts. Here we go.
I won't make it easy for you now. You got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind.
Just watch me. Just watch me.
I got you wrapped around my finger, but don't you try to call me tomorrow. There's nothing personal in having a little fun. You'll wait to see if it's worth your while. So give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind.
Just watch me.
Give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind.
Just watch me. Just watch me. Just watch me. Just watch me.
All right, I started fumbling towards the end there. I had to hold on to something, so no shame if you had to. That now brings us to our final booty burnout, which means we have just 2 minutes and 10 seconds left of this workout. So I am going to place my 12s away, go ahead and bring my 25 back. So whatever heavy weight you were using for those hip thrusts, bring it back in, and let me show you what massive booty burn we've got to finish us out. Okay, so good news about this last exercise is that it's low down to the ground. Bad news, of course, is that doesn't mean that it's not gonna hurt like heck. So I want you to locate your band that we were using in the beginning of the workout. And once again, we're gonna place it above the knees on the quads. We are down on our backs. We're going to be placing the weight on our hips, but I'm going to demo everything that we're going to be doing without the weight. And if you want to do this body weight, feel free to do so. Honestly, there's no way in heck that I am going to be keeping this weight on my hips throughout the entire burnout. So you can also start with a weight like me and drop down when you need to. We are going to begin with basic bridges, so coming up and down. Again, just like your hip thrusts, keeping that posterior pelvic tilt. So not worrying about how high up you can go, but getting glute activation. Next, you're gonna be keeping it just halfway, so half range of motion. Down halfway, up all the way. Down halfway, up all the way. Then directly after that, we go down halfway, up, open. Down half, up, open. Then last 30 seconds, we go open, open, open. So you're just keeping it at the top and opening. Maybe the weight is still on your hips. And then your final 10 seconds is just holding. Nothing else but just holding it up as high as you can. It is going to freaking burn, but then we get to recover and stretch, and the workout is done. We're 15 seconds away from beginning. Get ready to go. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and we start with regular bridges. Switching to just halfway down and up. Half down and up. 30 seconds here. Add an abduction at the top. Just holding at the top, abducting, last 30 seconds. And then we just have to hold, you got this. Drop that weight down if you need to. Ten seconds, then we get to hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, just hold. 10 seconds, just hold. You could do it, you could do anything. It's just 5 seconds left. Keep holding, keep holding. 3, 2, and 1, let it go. Oh, I cannot believe that I actually just did that with that heavy weight on my hips. Oh my goodness. I really need to stretch. You really need to stretch. Let's stretch out the booty. Okay, so first of all, taking that gosh darn band off of my body, coming back down on my back, and coming into a nice four-corner stretch. So crossing my my right ankle over my left quad, and just using my right hand to press into that inner thigh, maybe opening out the hip a bit. That's step 1. Step 2, maybe you want to take your hands and wrap it underneath the left thigh, and maybe work on drawing your right foot using your left knee closer in towards your face. So this is step 2. Now step 3, extend that left leg all the way out, and then maybe you start to draw your forehead up towards your right knee, walking the hands up your left leg. So pulling it closer in towards your body. Awesome work. Let's do that same thing on the other side. JD is looking at me off camera, very cute. I can't help but smile. She's being cute. Actually, both of the cats are there. Okay, take your left hand, pressing into your left thigh. Your left ankle is on top of the right quad. And then maybe taking your hands underneath that right thigh, drawing your knee closer in towards your body. And then lifting that leg all the way up, maybe walking your hands up towards your right ankle and pulling the right knee closer in towards your face, left foot in closer towards your face. Ooh, tilting yourself over if you're me. And slowly let it go. Both knees come in towards the chest. We're rocking all the way up. We're gonna take our right foot, cross it, and plant that right sole of the foot down next to the left thigh, and just giving your right knee a hug. Take your left hand behind your back, take a gentle twist right here. And then unwind. We're gonna take that right heel, spin it all the way in towards your right glutes. Now you can stay here. If already here your knee is starting to pop up, just stay here, that's totally fine. We're stretching in the hip and the quad. Maybe though you're able to come a little bit deeper and come down onto the forearms, but notice if you come down to your forearms and that knee is popping up, you've gone too far. Super intense stretch here. Breathe into it, you got it. And pressing up into the hands to come all the way out of it. Same thing other side, now extending that right leg out. We're gonna cross that left foot over the right, giving your left knee a hug, and coming to take a gentle twist. Looking past that left shoulder. And then slowly unwind. We're gonna come to bring that left heel, spin it in towards the left glutes. You can stay up on your hands here, or perhaps coming down onto the forearms, getting a little bit deeper. Awesome work, pressing up off your hands. And maybe using those hands to give yourselves a nice round of applause because you have just made it through this 30-minute glute workout. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope to see you guys for some future videos. Have an amazing day.